Hey guys, it's Catter. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my home mat where it has been March Madness all month. And today I thought it would be fun to put together the mat series in just one continuous video for you. It was such an important part of Joseph Pilates' core practice, such an important part of what he took to the machines. And we're going to follow his original order, his original repetition scheme. We're going to hang in there with me while I do a few at the end that I am admittedly not super great at, but that's the fun of it. It's always a challenge and always places to really use your body's own feedback to strengthen your form, your flexibility, your control. All right, let's get started just as Joseph did. Now, not one to mess around. Hundreds are first. Let's rock it back. You can work this from tabletop with the head, neck, and chest up. You can leave the head, neck, and chest down. You can put the feet down. Lift it with the head, neck, and chest. But I'm going to do it just like Joseph suggested. Feet 2 inches from the floor, and we are pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I always hear a lot of people not breathing during the hundreds. You're missing the meat of the work. The meat of the work is in those exhales. Shh, 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 shh. You are providing the deepest contraction for your abdominals. Rib cage knit, shoulders down, neck long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, rest the head, extend the legs out long, roll up is next. Inhale to begin. On that exhale, you're tucking the chin to the chest, shoulder blades peel off, mid-back, sink the navel, get that low back. I got a little hitch in my low back today, but every body is different, every day is different. Today maybe your roll up looks like this. Maybe we walk it down the thigh. Really tuck that tailbone. Press that lower back in. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, keep that rib cage knit together as you reach it forward. Now grab onto your thighs. Walk it up like that. One more. Stretch the legs long. You can tuck them underneath your couch. Have somebody hold them. Reach it down. Inhale, bring it back, up, up, up. My feet still have a little hitch in the giddy up here, but reach it forward. Always forgetting to stretch forward. Don't skip it. Reset those shoulders. And then we melt the spine back down. Next up, we've got rollover. Let's get down a little. So if you don't have a plow or an inversion in your practice, let's just work this right here. Bring the legs to tabletop, extend them to the ceiling, press in through the hands, tuck the tailbone, contract those lower abs, just a little hip lift. Otherwise, the full move goes just like this. Inhale those legs up. Exhale, they come over. You flex and spread the feet. Now here's where we press into the hands. Find that same slow articulation down as one vertebrae at a time hits the mat. Legs come together. Inhale them up. Exhale, they go over. You flex and spread the feet. You control that spine as it lengthens. I like to think about my spine growing longer, longer, longer as it comes down. One more like that. Lift them up. Spread and flex the feet. Slowly articulate down with your exhale. Now we leave the feet wide. We do 3 the other way. Inhale those feet up. Exhale, they come over. They come back together. Really press those inner thighs together. Sink the navel down. Let the feet come all the way down to the ground. Separate them out. Flex the feet. Inhale to lift. Exhale, takes them over. Inhale. Inhale, bring them back together and point them. Then use that exhale to slowly control. Lengthen the spine. Don't let those shoulders hike up on you. On the shoulder hike, you're in a rib popper, so I'm always watching for that. Find that perfect form. Set up well. If you need an extra breath, take it. Bring those legs over together. And we melt that spine one bone at a time. Legs long. Next up, we've got our single leg circle. Now we want to extend, start with the right leg, extend it to the sky. We want to stir right from this hip socket, not from the ankle, not from the knee, from the hip. Let's inhale it across the body. Exhale, brings it out and around. Joseph liked hands pressing into the floor. I like hands right there on my hip point so I can see and feel that they're steady. A lot of times I need to kind of hold my body parts accountable. Use that breath. Make them fluid, make them steady. Try to pick a point. Circle all the way around it. Now we take it the other way. We're doing 5 each way, each leg. Inhale to drop. Exhale to lift. Was that 2? I think so. This is 3. Keep those hips steady. 4 and 5. Rest the right leg. Let's bring up the left leg. The same thing, stirring right from that thigh bone. Now I'm going to try and challenge myself, put my hands down, but keep my hips steady. I felt that one go on me already. Inhale to drop. You feel those hips move, that spine come out of neutral. Make your circles a little smaller. Use that control. Use that awareness of your body. It's one of the best things Pilates builds. You learn exactly where all your body parts are and how to turn them on. So find that controlled range where you can hold that neutral spine and last one. Leg lowers. We're going to take another roll up to come up to the front of our mat. This next one, one of my favorites, rolling back. We want to find that balance on the tailbone. Have your arms grasping at your ankles, heels together. Now you want to tuck the chin to the chest. Rounded shape in the back, that deep flexion. We're just coming to the tips of the shoulder blades, not the neck. So use your abdominals to stay there. You're going to inhale back, exhale forward, and balance. Joseph likes 6 of these. There's 2. 3. Find that balance at the top. Here's 5. And 6. Nice. Now we're going to press ourselves back. And we're going to come down for the single leg stretch. You guys know this one. We're going to have our right hand come to the outside of our right ankle. That left hand is pressing down right below the right knee. And look at what this does. This automatically gets my leg in perfect alignment right over my rib cage. We want to pull those shoulders down, knit the ribs, drop the navel. Use the breath to switch. Really exhale all that air out. Now Joseph likes 6, building to 12. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we hug both knees in, double leg stretches next. Hands come to the ankles, chin tucks right up by those knees. You inhale everything out, exhale it together. For 6, that's 2, and 3, 4, 5, don't forget that breath. 6, last one. And land the feet, lower the head. Let's take a quick drop of the knees. Stretch that spine out. And we're gonna roll it back up for spine stretch forward. For this one, the legs are wide and flexed. You're gonna bring the arms in front of you, and you're just gonna round through the back and reach through the feet. Maybe palms touch the floor, maybe they just think about it. Stand it back up to tall. I like to bring the arms wide, but then remember, knit the rib cage, sink the navel. Don't let the core go to sleep just because we're stretching the back of the legs. Reach those arms forward. Bring it back up to tall. Keep those shoulders plugged. Inhale at the top. Exhale, round through the spine. Reaching through the legs. And coming back up to tall. That was 3 spine stretch. Now we're gonna scoot to the front of the mat again. Open leg rocker builds on that rolling back. So if you're working on that, work a few more of those. If you're comfortable with the open leg rocker position, it starts just like rolling back, except those legs come out and extended. Then you tuck the chin to the chest, roll it back to the tips of the shoulder blades. Find that balance for 6. Try to stay right at the tips of those shoulder blades. Use that breath to control the way back. There's 3. And 2. And last one there. Almost didn't make it up on that one. All right, put the feet back together. Press the hips back. We're gonna come to lying on our back again. And we're gonna work a little corkscrew. Now, just like we were doing our single leg circles, we're gonna drop the legs with an inhale, pick them back up with an exhale. You can work this nice and small, just like this. You can take it a little bit bigger and add a hip lift at the top. Always alternating directions, right to left, left to right. I'm gonna do my last one nice and small and controlled, hips down. For 1 and 1, that was just 3 each way, really focusing on the lower abdominals. We rock it back up, separate those feet mat distance, flex them again. Now we're gonna take the spine for some rotation with our saw. Inhale, sit tall, knit that rib cage together, draw those shoulders down. Exhale like you're coming up and over a barrel, reach pinky finger past pinky toe. This hand flips up to the sky and use 3 little exhales. Shh, shh. Get a little bit deeper. We twist to the other side. Exhale, round it up and over. Inhale brings us back to center. 2 more each way. Take it up. Shh. And back. One more each way. Really reach, reach, reach. Flex through the spine. Reach through the pinky finger. Flex through the feet. That foot flex of the foot gets you a nice hamstring stretch. So don't skip a second of it. Nice job there. Now we're going into swan dive. We're gonna come around to a prone position on the mat. Oh, this is challenging and definitely not one for after you've eaten lunch. All right, you're gonna rock back and forth on your pelvis. So you need that pelvis grounded into the mat. Get some energy into those legs. You start by pressing up in the hands, then you release the hands and rock forward and back with the breath for 6. I'm building on that rock. All right, let's stay down here for the single leg kick. Now we come up to the forearms. We don't want to sink in the shoulders, be all the way down here with a collapsed neck. We want to press into the forearms, draw those shoulder blades down. Feel that pelvis into the mat, but navel engaged. You want to think about a long line right from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Then you inhale, kick, kick, exhale, reach and stretch. Alternating legs. Inhale, kick, kick, exhale, reach and stretch. Inhale, kick, kick. Oh, exhale, reach and stretch. Always checking back in with those shoulders. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach and stretch. One more each side. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach and stretch. Legs can have a little separation to protect that low back. Exhale, reach and stretch. And we bring the face down for the double leg kick, which builds on this. We clasp the arms behind the back. Bring the face down to the mat. Now we inhale, kick, kick. We exhale, come up into a little extension. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach it long. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach it long. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach it long. Last one. Inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, reach it long. I've got to take a child's pose after that, even though it's not in the book. I just need a little lower back stretch before we come up and around for our neck pull. Here I tell you, I am missing that nice dowel we have at the studio that you can tuck your feet under. But we're going to go for it anyways. Let's bring the hands behind the head. This one we hinge, 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 up. I'm going to reset, knit my rib cage. Bring my shoulders down. We're going to hinge, hinge, hinge till we can't hinge anymore. And then we tuck the tailbone, roll it all the way down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Roll it all the way up. Bring that head right over the knees. Stretch it forward. Inhale, sit tall. All right, let's see if I can find a bigger hinge this time. Knit the ribs, pull the shoulders down. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, tuck and roll. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, chin tucks the chest. You pull it forward. Try to keep those legs grounded as best you can. It's a fight. Maybe next time. All right, flex through those feet. Hinge it back. Tuck the tailbone. Roll it down. Take a breath at the bottom. Exhale, fold it all the way forward. Almost. And reach that nose right between the knees. Coming back up to tall. All right. Now we're going to go for scissors and bicycle. If you're not comfortable lifting the hips, we can do this right on the mat with the head down, straight legs coming back and forth. And then we bicycle. But Joseph liked it with a lifted hip, so we're going to do that today. Inhale those legs up, hips lift, hands come right behind the hips to support them, and the legs go straight up to the sky. Then we scissor and scissor. Try not to let this leg drop so close to the face. Try and keep it up. Try and keep that neck long. Shoulders engaged. And then we ride the bike. Inside every bicycle is a perfect scissor though. Find that scissor. Every single bicycle has one. And let's ride it backwards today. Why not? I can't figure out backwards. There it is. There's 3 and 2. And last one. Find those straight legs. Release the hands. Control the drop. Land the feet. Take a nice big inhale there. And we'll come into our shoulder bridge next. Feet planted firmly on the floor. Knit cage rib. Knit cage knit ribs in. Hands pressed down. These are part of your base, so don't lose them all the way through that index finger. Press. Press through the hands. Lengthen out the neck. Draw the shoulders down. Exhale, lift those hips up. Then we point the right leg to the sky, drop it low, plant it back down. Take the left leg up, drop it low, plant it back down. 2 more each side. Keep those hips nice and level. Try and land those feet right back in that nice parallel position right next to each other. Working that proprioceptive awareness. Where are those feet that we can't see? One more. Lift it. Reach it. Keep those hips stable. Plant it. Last one. Lift it to the sky. Squeeze through the glutes. Keep them nice and even. Reach that leg long. Plant it down. Release the hips. Nice job. Now we're coming all the way up for our spine twist. There's lots of transitions between rolling and sitting in the classical repertoire, so lots of chances for yet another roll down. This time when we twist the spine, we're going to stay nice and tall. We're still going to use the breath though. Inhale to start. Exhale as you twist. And then use that exhale to find the deepest part of your twist. Keep the shoulders down, rib cage knit, neck nice and long. Sometimes I have to just put a finger right there between my sternum. Remind it that it doesn't need to go like this. It can stay like this. And lower it back down. Now we're coming into jackknife. Yesterday's exercise, I'm glad I got to practice it yesterday because it is hard. You can stay working just that little hip lift, or we will take it all the way up, over, toes touch the ground, press through the hands, use that exhale, shoot the legs to the sky, then lower them back down. Melt the spine, one bone at a time. Reach the leg long, just 3 of these, they're super hard. Inhale the legs up, exhale they come over, toes tap, reach them for the sky, tap them back down. Exhale, roll it back down. Ideally those legs are going to get to 90 degrees one of these days, maybe even by the end of the month. Inhale them up and over. Use that forcible exhale, shoot them to the sky, drop them down. Roll it back down. Feet land last. Now we'll come into a sideline position for our side kicks. Joseph has 2 series of side kicks in the classical mat work. The first one, he likes laying down, supported on the elbow, but the full body connected into the mat, ribs and hips stacked against the back of the mat, feet pointed right at the front. Both hands behind the head, shoulders drawn down. You flex through the foot. You kick it forward. Really work on range here. Work on hip stability. Take it back just as far as your hips can stay stable. That's about it for me today. And just 3. So really work that range. Pretend like that foot is sliding right across the countertop. It's not dropping or lifting. It's going to stay right the same height. And bring it back. There's where I always want that hand in front, but I'm challenging myself to put my hand behind my head. And let's take it up and over to the other side. Just 3 of those. We're going to do some more side kicks later. So if you're like, why so little sideline? Don't worry, you've got some more coming. All right, hips and shoulders stacked. Let's flex through the feet. Lift that top leg, hip height. Pull down in the shoulder, support with that low side. And kick that leg forward. And back. Forward, all the way. Right to that point where your glute engages and your hips want to release. Last one. And back. And lower it down. One of my favorites next, the teaser. We do this so many different ways on the machines, but the way that Joseph taught it for mat work, I find very challenging. He started seated. Then you lower down, legs and arms lift. Now my legs and my arms are about at the same angle. My legs aren't going to just change. I'm just going to take my arms, reach up for my toes, keeping that angle the same. And then lowering back down just to the tips of those shoulder blades. Reach it up. Keep those shoulders down, rib cage together. Lower it down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, reach it up. Lower it down. I'm taking a quick forward fold. I'm glad he chose 3 and not 6 of those. All right, now we're gonna work hip twist. Hands are gonna come behind you. Let's start with the legs planted on the floor. You can have your palms in sideways or back, whatever's most comfortable for your shoulder girdle. You're gonna bring your legs up to your half teaser, full teaser, and we're gonna take these legs just for a little circle. 3 each way. Holding those shoulders down. Land the feet. You can tell when I stop talking that I'm really concentrating. That one is challenging. All right, let's go for some swimming. Swimming is up next. Back onto our bellies, arms and legs extend out long. Forehead to the mat. Again, we're pressing that pelvis in, engaging that low body. Look, the legs are floating up. Arms float, shoulders down, and we swim. He says count slowly, mentally, from 10 to 1. So we're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that neck right in line with those biceps. 2, and the last one there. Quick child's pose. I'm throwing that in just to release the back. And we are down to leg pull front. Finally, a good old-fashioned plank. Starts off in a plank. Press through those palms. Feel the knuckles more than you feel the wrist. Turn those elbows. Let them smile at each other. Reach through the heels. Then you lift. Flex and lift the right leg. Put it down. Flex and lift the left leg. Don't let anything about that plank change. Keep that neck long. Engage the glute. Lift the leg. We've got one more each side for 1. And last one. Now we're going to do that same thing. This is called just leg pull. And whew. All right. We're going to come into a reverse plank and find that same leg lift. Again, palms can be in, sideways, back, whatever's most comfortable for your shoulders. I need mine a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Ideally, they'd be in a little bit, but I've got some tight shoulders. Exhale, lift through the hips, and then we lift the right leg and lower the left. Just 3 each side. And lower the hips. Give those shoulders a forward stretch. And we're into our kneeling side kicks now. Always paying attention to the sideline alignment. We want that knee right under the hip. We're going to bring the wrist right under the shoulder. Top leg extends out long. I like to hold my hand on my hip here. And again, like our leg is sliding across the countertop, we're going to bring it forward and bring it back. Leg comes forward and back. Just 4 each side. Really hold it up. Flex it. Hold up on this low side. Bring that shoulder down. I love side kicks, so maybe that was 5. And then we're going to take it up into the other side. One way I like to find this position, tee out the arms, tip yourself over just like a little teapot, and usually that'll land the hand right under the shoulder. Hold up on that low side, bring that shoulder down. Don't wear it as an earring. Keep that neck right in line with the spine. And we go forward and back. Use that breath. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. and land it down. Now we're coming into side bends, which involve a side plank. You can do these from your elbow or up on your wrist. You can have your feet staggered or have those feet stacked. You're going to take an inhale, press up into that side plank, find your stability, find your alignment. Hand comes behind the thigh, on the thigh. You're going to take those hips, dip them to the mat with an exhale. Inhale, reach them up and over. Exhale, dip them down. Inhale, reach them up and over. Just 3. Exhale, dip it down. Inhale, reach it up and over. Bend the knees. Switch over to the other side. Feet stacked. You start with those knees bent. We're going to end so that the wrist is over the shoulder, which means the hand needs to be a little bit further out as you press it up. Press it up. Take a second, check that alignment. Once you know you're straight, bring that hand right to the thigh. Inhale, dip it down. Exhale, reach and lift. Inhale, dip it down. Exhale, reach and lift. Last one. Inhale, dip it down. Exhale, reach and lift. And lower it on down. Now we're coming into a series of moves that involve rolling back. So if you're just working that rolling like a ball, you can stay there. These are some of the other modifications Joseph made for the rolling exercises. We start with the right leg crossed over the left. This one's called boomerang. You're going to take an inhale to start. On your exhale, you're going to roll it back. Leave the hands where they are. Switch the legs right up here at the top. Then you come forward. You release the hands behind you. Tuck the nose to the knee. Come back up to tall. Exhale, roll it back. Switch those legs. Bring it forward. Reach the arms back as the nose dives down. 4 more, just like that. Switching legs. Every time we roll it back, we rock it up. We bring it down. Roll it back. Switch the legs. Bring it forward. Bring the arms back as the nose comes to the knees. Back to tall. Just 2 more. Rock. Switch. Come forward. Circle the arms around. Nose to knees. Last one. Start with that tall spine. Roll it back. Switch the legs. Bring it back up and over. Nice job. All right. We've got seal next. For this, instead of grabbing outside of your ankles like you would for rolling back, you're going to reach inside your leg and then grab your foot. So you can clap the soles of your feet together like a seal. And just like rolling back, we're going to do this 6 times, except we're going to pause at the tips of the shoulder blades and clap the feet twice. Looks like this. Clap, clap, and find that balance point. Roll it back, clap, clap. Balance right on that tailbone. Tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, clap, clap. Find that tailbone balance. 2 more, clap, clap. Roll it up. Last one, clap, clap. And roll it back up. Rest the feet. All right. I'm going to turn around the other way for crab, which builds on the seal, but brings a forward roll into it too. So for this, you want to cross the ankles, grab onto opposite ankle, and you want to bring the knees as close to the shoulders as you can. Tuck that chin to the chest, roll it back, roll it forward. Now you come up and over, keep a hold of your legs, just touch your forehead to the ground gently. Then find that control to come back over your legs, roll it back and forward, bring it up, touch the forehead, roll it back just to the tips of the shoulder blades, bring it forward, touch the forehead. I'm going to switch the cross of my legs for the last 3. Really bring them in. You can reset between each one to really get into this tiny little ball. Roll it back and forward. The cross of the legs is probably going to change something for you, so let it. That's fine. One of my friends the other day told me that, you know, everything looks so different already. By the end of this, we are all going to emerge brand new. And I could not agree more. And that's your crab. Ah, nice. All right, now we're going to move into the rocking, another prone exercise. Kind of like swan dive. You're going to find that rock on your pelvis, except this time you're going to do it by reaching your feet for your hands. Now we want to engage those legs, press the pelvis into the floor, reach the chest. My rock is small. And then you want to push into the feet and just rock and roll with the breath for 3 and 2. And last one there, lower it down. I gotta take a child's pose after that one too. That's one of the ones I'm working on. All right, we're almost to the end. We've got 2 more, the control balance and the push-up. Control balance is so hard, it really makes me think of push-ups as the rewards. So, like the jackknife, our legs are gonna go up and behind us, except this time we're gonna take the arms with us and we're gonna take the legs for some movement. Again, ideally free legs are getting 90 degrees to the sky. Mine aren't there. That's okay. Always good to have some place to practice. Let's roll it down. Legs come up and over. Touch the toes to the ground. Reach the arms back around by the legs. Grab onto that right ankle. Now here's where we lift. That left leg goes towards the sky. And then we switch. Woo, but don't come down in between. You want to stay up there. So really find that control to lift the leg. Oh, that one didn't go very far. Woo. Try not to come out of this position. That's the challenge. Hold that leg down. Reach the opposite leg toward the sky, even if it only goes 2 inches. Find that control. That's why it's called control balance. Bring your shoulders down. And then you release the arms. Release the spine. Release the legs. Bring them all the way down to the mat. Let's take one more. Roll up. Feeling a little bit smoother than my first roll up did. And let's start the push up from standing. Come to the back of your mat. Legs planted. Reach those arms up. Exhale, dive it forward. Walk the arms out. Find your plank position. And these are going to be 3 of the best push-ups you ever see. We want those shoulders right over the wrists. Elbows in narrow. We bring the body, single line right down, chin touches the floor, and we press back up for 1. Take them nice, take them slow, make them perfect. You only got to do 3. Don't wing those elbows out, don't stick that butt up. Hold everything in line, and just take it down to the mat and back. And bend your knees, and that's it.